there, cover the cut used by
Blocks the layup attempt. That's big time by Giannis. Lakers regain the lead.
What's up, YouTube? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. Before I begin, like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below. Patreon's now up and running. For $3 a month, you can hear me go unedited, unreleased, unfiltered content for all three channels: Lone Wolf Adventure TV, Franchise History TV, and this channel as well. Alright, before I begin, I went to go see Air over the weekend, right? It's the story of how Nike was able to get Michael Jordan and how that took off, right? I say, for the most part, the movie was alright. It's directed by Ben Affleck, starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans, and many others. For the most part, I tried to read it since most of it's accurate, but there was a scene in that movie. Now, if you've seen this movie, there was a scene in this movie that got me pumped, and it was Matt Damon talking to Michael Jordan. So for some reason, a little spoiler alert, I don't think Michael Jordan had any direct involvement in this film. I read that Ben Affleck actually got a chance to speak with Mike face to face, supposedly. I don't know if that's true, but he spoke to Mike. I don't know if it was over the phone or face to face. You know how sometimes Michael Jordan is, I wouldn't say a recluse, but you know how he is sometimes. But like I said, Ben Affleck talked to Michael Jordan. I ain't gonna say that. I was called Ben Affleck the GOAT, but the character that he plays in, Batman, he's the GOAT of all superheroes. But anyways, so I guess he talked to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan gave him some insight on what happened. If you've seen this movie, they really didn't show Michael Jordan too much. They showed him, but they never showed him face-wise. I don't know if that was a request by Michael Jordan not to show his face. Because remember back in the day, on the NBA Live games, mostly, how they never had Michael Jordan's face or name. They just had 23, but they never really had Michael Jordan in that. That's kind of what this movie was like when it came to showing Michael Jordan. But anyways, for the most part, I enjoyed the movie. It was insightful. But anyways, speaking of Michael Jordan, I know mostly Two Raw has covered Isiah Thomas and his crazy revisionist ranting that he's been going on for the last couple of weeks now about Jordan. As we know, Isiah Thomas, Detroit Pistons, former guard, Hall of Fame former guard, he has a grudge against Mike. It can either be that Mike had all the glory, was seen as he was seen as basically Chicago due to him being on Chicago Bulls winning 6 rings, as Isiah was from Chicago himself, and how Michael Jordan kept Isiah away from the '92 Olympic team, how Isiah's college coach said Michael Jordan's the best thing he ever seen play. We get to the idea, right? So, according to Isiah Thomas, that Michael Jordan got his rings because people were injured, right? So, that can be easily debunked real quick. Because I know one thing, Detroit Pistons, they got their rings and people were injured as well. But the reason why I made this video, because recently, we have some of these people out there saying the same thing as Isiah Thomas with certain teams winning championships if they didn't, winning championships due to because, let's say, a certain player was hurt. Now, we can go all the way back to probably, let's say, 2014, 2015 season. Just a small chunk. I can go back to all the champions. We can go back to last year. Golden State Warriors, right? The Golden State Warriors played the Denver Nuggets first round, Memphis Grizzlies semifinals, and the Dallas Mavericks conference finals. First round against Denver, it was only Jokic there. Jamal Murray was gone, and Michael, I forgot his name, the other light-skinned guy, taller one, He wasn't there. They was all injured. Second round, Ja Morant goes out with an injury. Dallas, Dallas wasn't going to beat that team. So there's that. They did play a healthy Boston and Celtics team. I do give them that, but there's that. It's last year's champion. 2 years ago, which this is the reason why I'm making this video. 2 years ago, the Milwaukee Bucks won, right? Here's where I have a problem with people like Isiah Thomas and others say this. Because they always say, oh, the Milwaukee Bucks would have never won the finals if Kyrie and James Harden didn't get hurt. And he's probably come from whatever fans, KD fans most likely, because ain't no real Brooklyn Nets fans like that. So they most likely probably KD fans. All right, let's go through the Milwaukee Bucks, who they had to play. First round was the Miami Heat, right? The Miami Heat, for the most part, had everybody. Now the Bucks, Dante DiVincenzo went out with an injury. But Bucks didn't have no excuses. Sweep Miami. Next round, the round that everybody talks about, was the Brooklyn Nets. Harden goes down with a hamstring injury, but he does come back. Kyrie Irving, he gets hurt with an ankle injury. Now, some might say, oh, Giannis did that on purpose. Anyways, brain dead motherfuckers to keep saying that. But Kyrie goes out with an ankle injury. James Harden, like I said, he does come back. The Nets lose fair and square. Nets lose fair and square. That's it. Don't matter. They keep going back to Kevin Durant's foot was so bad. So what? Big deal. Move on. So we get to the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks was a tricky one because Giannis did go out of that series in Game 4, I think it was, with his knee injury. Trae Young sprained his ankle as well. So at this point, they equally even. I think Trae Young did come back for that Game 6, but the Bucks was just the better team. And the Bucks finally play a healthy team and the Phoenix Suns, and they reverse sweep them. Dario Saric does get hurt in that series, but we can say the same for the Phoenix Suns. Even though they did not win a championship, they also played teams who were injured. Who was their first round? The Lakers. The Lakers weren't the best. I'll do admit this. The Lakers weren't all the way healthy. Anthony Davis went out with an injury, I think, that series, and LeBron James was hobbling. Denver Nuggets had everybody, but they just wasn't good enough. Now, the Clippers, no Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard went out with the torn ACL, whatever he had. It was only Paul George. So, yes, we can go back to the previous championship. The Lakers played in the finals a banged up. They ain't banged up. They ain't having. There was no Gordon Dragic. I think he was injured. Bam Adebayo. Half of that team just wasn't healthy at all. Trying to think of anybody else. For the most part, Lakers did play healthy teams, but that Miami team was pretty banged up, and they went 6 games with it. We can go back to the year before that. We can go back to the year 2018-2019 season. For the Toronto Raptors, they won that year. The biggest one was KD being hurt, tearing his Achilles. Klay Thompson tears his ACL. For the most part, Toronto Raptors played healthy team because the Bucks were healthy. Philadelphia was healthy, and I think they played Brooklyn that year. They was healthy. We can even go back to the 2017-2018 season. For half of that series, Chris Paul goes out. But you get my point. Every team that has won a championship has faced a team who had injuries. I think for the most part, probably for the last 30 or 40 years, most championship teams went against teams who didn't have their star player or certain players, key players, have been injured. It happens. So Isiah just out there just trying to be a revisionist, and all these other people are trying to poo-poo the Milwaukee Bucks championship. We can do this with anybody. We can do this with the 2014-2015 Golden State Warriors. There was no Kyrie Irving, no Kevin Love in that finals. It was just LeBron James. We can go back to 2016, 2017 Western Conference Finals when Zaza Pachulia on purpose stuck his foot out so Kawhi Leonard can land on it. Once Kawhi Leonard went out, the whole series changed. So let's not do this, Isiah and other people who like to do this. Y'all got lucky too. Y'all got very lucky. I think Two-Raw laid it out who the Pistons faced in 89. So let's not go there. Kareem was old. James Worthy and Magic Johnson went to 100%. Bucks they faced had people injured. Let's not go there, Isiah. We can easily dig this up and debunk this. Same thing with you freaking Brooklyn fans or Giannis haters and Bucks haters out there. We easily are LeBron James probably required people out there. Because you know how they get mad when they say that bubble championship don't count. They want to bring up, for some reason, the Bucks or Giannis. I don't know why. And mention that one. Or even bring up Golden State's. So, no one's, let's say in this case, for the most part, innocent when it comes to them or experience injuries. So, get out of here with that, Isiah. Get out. I know you hate Jordan, but get out. Stop it. Quit it. Same thing with you freaking Giannis haters or Bucks haters or any